Hi everybody. For today's workout, all we'll need is a yoga mat and a ball. So let's unroll the mat, place the ball off to the side, and we'll get started in a nice comfortable seat. First, before we do anything, we notice that we're breathing. So empty out those lungs. Take a deep breath in. Open up the mouth and let your breath go. Let's do that again together. Inhale through the nose and then exhale out of the mouth. Continue that, and as you do so, I want you to notice the way in which you invite the breath into the body. So is it drawn in, getting really deep, filling those lungs through the front, through the sides, and through the back? Try that on your next inhale. And then as you exhale, we say through pursed lips. So think about blowing out all of the candles on your birthday cake. Really at the end of that exhalation, getting that deep abdominal squeeze. Let's do one more together. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Let's just take the legs out, get a little bit of movement. So you can take the soles of the feet together and let the knees just rock side to side. Not sure if you've had an opportunity yet to move. I've already gone for a walk and taught one class. So my joints are already a little warmed up. If yours aren't yet, just be patient and understanding of the body. We're all at different spots during the day. All right, from here, let's cross those ankles one in front of the other. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, lift the chest, and then exhale, round the spine, gathering forward. Take another deep breath in, and then exhale, round. This time we'll stay lifted on an inhale, and then let's soften the left hand down. I love starting out with a basic warm up, getting the spine to move in all the directions that it likes to. And again, you'll hear some of the same cues, but they're really important to remember. So like dropping the weight of the opposite sit bone, inhale, lift up, over to your right, spreading your fingers out like starfish as you land them, and then coming back through center. Take a deep breath in and exhale, round. Grab a hold of yourself, give a big hug, and then give a little twist. Keeping heavy through the outer thighs. Rotate back through center, inhale, and then exhale, cross the other arm over top. There's always one way that we cross that feels more natural. So figure out for you which is unnatural, and maybe try to start with that next time, right? All right, from here, let's all pivot around, quarter turn on the mat, take that ball in between the thighs and give it a nice squeeze. I love using the ball because it encourages other muscles to engage without even having to try. So we'll lower ourselves down on an exhale. And when we land comfortably on the mat, we may need to readjust, but I want the hips, knees, and ankles in alignment. From here, just check in with yourself, a nice little tip forward and back in the pelvis, seeing how that feels. And now let's try to make it a little bit more about a muscular movement. So as we inhale, we'll prepare. As we exhale, let's squeeze the ball, co-contract, so we're picking up that pelvic floor and wrapping the transverse abdominis around. So the muscles of the waist, inhale, and exhale. Feel the low back begin to press into the mat, inhale, and exhale. Let's keep that there. Keep a squeeze on the ball, a nice lift of the pelvic floor, and just check in with the hip bones in relation to the rib cage. I like to take my thumbs on top of the ribs and then my pinkies on top of my hip bones to make sure that they're in alignment, meaning ribs stacked over hips, right here to right here. And as we exhale, we're gonna crunch them down and in. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Keep that and just relax the arms. All right, check in with the head, any tension in the neck. Make sure the shoulders are out of the ears, and then take a breath in. As you exhale, just stretch the skin of the back of the neck, nodding the chin. Inhale to release, and exhale. Wonderful. Let's just do one little hip bridge series. So we'll push through our feet, take a breath in. And as you exhale, squeeze the ball and peel the spine up, one vertebra at a time. So the height is going to really be determined not just on the strength, but also on the flexibility of the body. Inhale, and then exhale, begin to melt down from the sternum, into the low ribs, into the pelvis. Release, inhale. Let's do that again. Exhale. And roll the spine up, squeezing the ball, pressing through the backs of the arms. Inhale at the top, and exhale to melt your spine down. All right, from here, keep a squeeze on the ball. Maybe bring the arms up for a nice little hold of a beach ball. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale. We'll inhale, reach just the right arm overhead without losing that connection of the ribs towards the hips. And then bring it back. Take a deep breath in, reaching that left arm all the way up and over, and exhale, bring it back. So what may tend to happen as we reach overhead, the back will arch. See how I'm doing that? That's what we don't want. So snug those ribs down and in. Very good. Inhale, open up through the left, keeping the shoulders heavy, the collarbones spread wide, and exhale. Maybe one with both arms. Let's try that on. Maybe we can't go all the way overhead, but we'll do our best. Exhale and bring it back. Let's join the knees up with us here, bringing them to tabletop. Take a deep breath in. You can always set your arms down, and then we'll just lengthen the legs out on a diagonal. Oh, quick activation. We only have maybe about 20 minutes today, so we're really gonna get in there. And then we'll bring our knees right back into table pose. Press away. Let those toes point up and out to the corner where the meeting of the ceiling and the wall come together. Pull the knees back in. 2 more times. Feel the pubic bones start to rise up above the hip bones. Pull it back in. Last one. Reach, 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 reach. And pull it back in. Go ahead and set the toes down. Take the ball off to the side and peel the hips up. Notice the difference when you have the ball in between the thighs versus not. I just feel a little bit more secure, a little bit more engaged when I have that ball. Let the knees go side to side. I call it windshield washering. Let it feel good. Drop the weight of the thighs, opposite, opposite. All right, and then hug those knees, give a squeeze. We'll roll ourselves up all the way to sit, and then come on to table pose. So all fours, where the knees are under the hips, the wrists, elbows, and shoulders are stacked. And from here, just begin to roll the spine. Get some movement. Let your body speak to you, okay? Too often during the day, we ignore the signs that our body is offering. We don't necessarily take advantage of the communication that it has and that it's trying to have with us. It gives us cues throughout the day on what feels good, what doesn't. So really tune into what it has to say. That way you know how to treat it. All right, so come back into that table if you came out of it with me. I know sometimes that tends to be the case. Curl those toes under and just hover the knees. Like you could slide, I don't know, a Pilates ring underneath, but we're not compromising the length and the integrity of the spine. Dip the knees down and then pull the knees up. Do that 3 more times. Dip down, pull up. Inhale, exhale. Again, down and up. 1 more, down and up. Stay here. If you'd like, add little marches where you're kicking your butt. You're kicking your tush, I mean. 1 more in each direction. Try not to wobble the hips or move through the shoulders too much. 1 more each way. Soften down and then take a seat. Open the chest up, just like this. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, reach up and over to the side. Use your core strength to come back up on an inhale, and exhale, take it over to the other side. 1 more time. Inhale, reach up and over, and take it up and over to the other side. Just waking up through the side body. Open up for a breath in, and then exhale. Come right back to your table pose. So sometimes I turn when I'm on the mat. Doesn't mean that you have to. I'm just showing you a different perspective. Curl those toes under and begin to lift the hips up. In Pilates, it would be a pike. In yoga, think down dog. So begin to pedal those heels out to get a nice stretch through the back body. Sometimes I like to pretend like I'm a cat and I knead my way through. From here, shift forward into a high plank pose. So that's the top of a push-up. A lot of times what we'll see is the booty goes high, we get an arch in the back, that's no good. Or the hips will sag down and the shoulders draw back. So find that happy medium where your spine is neutral, your heels are pressing back, the crown of the head is reaching forward. Light bend in the elbows, active through every cell, everything is activated. Take a nice deep breath in here, tip forward into the toes, now soften the knees down and change your mind, heels back for 4. Tap it down and 3, keep the spine long, 2, push it away. Last one, hold it here, march, and march, and march, and march, and 4, pick it up, and 3, pick it up. 2 more. If you notice, we're gonna pick up the pace just a little bit. Last one, press back down dog. Oh, that should feel so good. Let's walk our feet in towards our hands in towards our feet, and just find a hanging forward fold. So if it feels good to grab a hold of the elbows, you can do that, to sway side to side. Release it, bend the knees, put the hands back down, and try not to wag too much. You're gonna walk your feet back, walk your hands forward into a high plank pose once again. All right, from here, tip forward into the toes, settle down onto the knees, and bend your elbows back. Keep pulling your chest back to your back, pull your belly button up and in, and then relax all the way down. Very nice. Let's work a little bit of our back body. So first, pick up that belly button, and then put your hands underneath your forehead. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, lift up right here. Inhale, and then exhale, soften down. Pick up the belly button. Inhale, tops of the feet to the mat. Exhale. Inhale at the top, and exhale. Just one more time. If that's uncomfortable, you can always take your hands to your shoulders, pull them down. Pick up on an inhale, pick up that belly button. Exhale right here. Inhale, and exhale, land down. Maybe take the arms back for a variation, lifting up. Let's just hold and breathe right here. And then flip the palms together. Let's pretend like we're going to clap. I've only met one person, and she was in my class last week. She was able to clap. Can you actually clap? I am unable to. All right, release the hands down, press back, and release that spine. I like to say, pretend like your tush is the lips of a smiley face, and just roll it side to side. All right, from here, let's come onto our tushies. Grab a hold of the ball, and we'll place it in between the thighs, rolling the spine back. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Remember to use the strength of your arms if you'd like. Pull those knees in. You can have your arms off to the side, thumbs under the tush, or arms right up above, depending on what feels best for your body. I'm gonna put them right here to encourage that nice connection to the mat. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lengthen your legs out to your degree where your pelvic stability is able to be maintained. We'll open up the legs, and then we'll exhale, bring them up. 3 more. Inhale to open, and exhale to close. 2 more. Option is always, you can lengthen the ball up towards the ankles as well. Last one. Squeeze and pull them up. Let's take the ball there if you haven't yet, and draw a long back leg. Squeeze the ball together. Inhale, exhale to pull back up. 2 more. Inhale to open up. Exhale to lengthen the legs. 1 more time. Picking up and lengthening up high. Good. Take a bend in the knees. Option here to reach your arms all the way overhead. You can keep the ball there. That's going to be pretty challenging. As we exhale, let's head nod. Reach ourselves up for a nice set of hundreds. Back of the neck is long. You can always, in fact, place the ball behind the head for support as well. I'm going to try to balance it in between the ankles here. And we'll let our breath go to prepare. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, in. Stay there with the knees like that, or feel free to lengthen out the legs. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4. Keep the legs like that, or lengthen, keep them long the whole time. Lower, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. I, full disclosure, have lost count on how many we're doing, but we are definitely feeling our abs. 1 more time on your variation. Maybe it's a lower and it's a lift. It's totally your call. Let's do 1 more here. Lower, 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 and lift, 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 bend. to the ground. Let the knees go side to side. Oh, let the head sway if there's any tension in the head or neck. And then keep the ball in between the ankles. We'll pivot ourselves and come onto our front body. Keep the ball in between. I'll pivot a little bit so that you can see. Feet are flexed, dorsiflexed, and our body is just resting down on the mat. We're gonna work the backs of our legs. So think about a hamstring curl, just like if you were at the gym, the move you would make. Exhale, you're gonna work the back. You're gonna feel your bum, your hamstrings. Exhale to curl it in, and inhale to bring it back. See from this angle. Exhale to curl it in, and inhale to bring it back. 2 more. Exhale to curl. Inhale, lengthen. Pick up that belly button. Exhale to curl. My ball is already wobbling. Inhale to lengthen, depending on how tight you squeeze the ball. So go ahead and place it at 90 degrees, almost like you could stack a couple books or glasses of fresh squeezed orange juice on top of your feet. Right here, pick up your belly button slightly, push your hip bones down, and then just imagine like you're serving that orange juice up to the sky. Remember though, imagine like it's crystal that's on top, and you don't want to drop it, you don't want to break it. You should really start to feel the activation through the lower back body. Let's do 4 more, and 3, last 2, 1. Can you hold it up there? Oh, and then lengthen the legs out, point the toes, and then squeeze. 8 and 7, 6, think about getting long, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold the ball in between the ankles and roll onto our side. Right here, long through the front body. I've come up onto my elbow. I have a nice long waist and tight through your right side. Option to stay low, it's up to you. Feel free to be supportive of that head with a pillow from your bicep. I tend to come up here. Squeeze, 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 just to hover. You should feel some warmth. Let me scooch forward just a notch. It might be a little easier to see. So we are going to use the bottom inner thigh to help squeeze and the top waist. So your right obliques are working. Option to reach, maybe arm is high, it's up to you. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Take a bend in the knees. Good. Relax if you need to for a moment. Come back up. Excellent. From here, I want you to think about pulling that waist back. Reach your right arm towards me and then change your mind. Like a little tug of war. Pull with me. I'm pulling you back. And now you're pulling me towards you with your arm. Pull, 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 pull. So you're rolling through that hip. Keep squeezing the ball together. Maybe reaching for the toes. Come forward and lengthen. All the way back and pick it up. Again, forward to lengthen and back to pick it up. Can you hold right here just for a moment? Lowering and lifting, just a few. Oh, if you don't feel the sides yet, I don't know. Oh, 2 more. Last 1. Lengthen all the way. Set that top hand down. If you're already hovered, if you're already down, don't worry about it. Stay where you are. And then lower. Bend the knees. Oh. And then just roll onto your back. Keep the ball where it is. Tick-tock the knees a little side to side. You're gonna roll towards me, so next time your knees are this way, let's just roll towards me, press up to sit, and see if you can shimmy around to the other side without too much disruption. I like to play around with it, so sending the legs out, sweeping them around, pivoting onto the hip, and now here we are. We made it to the other side. Let's just settle ourselves down. Again, I'll come a little bit closer. Again, I like to be up on my forearm. Maybe you're down here. Just keep that spine aligned and continue to lift that through that side waist. That's the key. Not dropping the ribs, taking the spine out of neutral. Staying stacked. Inner thighs squeeze and we hover. Really important to notice the placement of the feet. A lot of times the top ankle will get saggy. We want to keep it activated. So we're thinking bottom inner thigh is lifting. So right from here, pick it up, pick it up. The same time the side waist is lifting. Just a few more. Keep reaching it up. Good. Think like there's a string on top of your left foot. It's pulling you up. Strings from the inside of your right inner thigh. 2 and 1. Hold here. Now we're going to pull our abs back to land slightly on our hip and then roll forward. A lot of control here. So these core moves, some are Pilates inspired, some are just core moves we're working on. Exhale, controlling our movements. Coming back forward. And again, the arm can be wherever. If it's more comfortable on the hip, in front of you, whatever is best. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I am shaking when I do this. You might be able to sense it in my voice as well. All right, next time we're on the out, right? We have that pull it through, and then bring it back. Now let's hold here and just lift and lift and lift. Oh, is anybody feeling this with me? I hope I'm not alone on this. 2 more. Last one. Excellent. Let's bend those knees. Roll to our side right here. Oh, that should feel nice on this side. All right. Let's just shimmy back through center. See how easy it is to come around? Not for me, it's not. Take the ball out for a moment. Just cross your ankles, one in front of the other. And then set the ball off to the side. Let's take a deep breath in, do a quick check because we started with a move like this. Exhale, take it over. See how it feels for you. Are you able to get a little deeper? Inhale, come back up through center. And exhale to the other side. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, round, tip into the back of your sits bones. Inhale, come up, let your legs get long. Exhale, let's rotate, twist to the left or the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist to your other side. Come back up through center. And then now let's fold forward. Let those palms stay up if that feels comfortable. If it doesn't, you can feel free to flip the palms down. Your call. All right. One more breath right here. And then restack. We're gonna do one more little series from a seated position, taking that ball right behind us, about midway on the back. So when we go to roll back into our C curve, we feel support right there, okay? Like we could hang out here for a little while as long as there's lower abdominal engagement, right? So just holding right here, kind of carve out, pretend like there's a big fruit bowl right here that you can fill up with anything. Watermelon and pineapple, all those yummy things that full of nutrients, antioxidants. Hopefully we got some in today. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, and then exhale, circle around. So I'm gonna actually turn towards you so that you can see this from a couple different angles. So we'll inhale, lift up, so we release off the ball, and exhale, start to roll down. Inhale, circle, change the shape of the spine. Exhale, lower down. Again, we'll inhale, coming up, and exhale, circle down. One more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, circle. Good. Scooch the ball just a little further back now so that when you go to relax over the ball, it feels so good. Let that happen. Kind of move around a little bit. Open up the chest. And then settle yourself right into the center of it. Interlace the fingers behind your head and let the weight of your head come down into your hands. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, stretch the back of the neck, drop your ribs down, and curl up. Good. Take a nice breath here, and then as you come back, I want you to actively stretch up over the ball. Keep your sacrum heavy and see if you can resist taking the shape of the ball. Deep breath in. As you exhale, we're curling up, really focusing on your abdominals. Good. Open it back up. Let's do 3 more. If you zoom in on this video right now, you will see the amount of trembling that is going on right here in my abs. I hope that you know that you're not alone if you're feeling this is a little bit of a challenge. Exhale, curl up. At this point, I tend to have forgotten to count, mainly because I kind of want it to be over, not gonna lie. But after this, let's do 1 more. Taking it back, resisting taking the shape of that ball. Exhale, curling up, using the upper abdominals. Now hold here, and just little pulses. Try to get up off the ball for 5, and 4. I know I'm taking a break. 3, you've got this. Stay with it. Last 2, and 1. Little pulses. Now relax over the ball. That should feel so good. And again, just pretend like you're floating around in the water for a moment. All right, let's scooch ourselves back up, cradle the head, and I'll show you actually slightly from a diagonal. We're going to use our side muscles to make this happen. I want you to actively push into the ball and rotate. Knees, hips stay the same. All we're gonna do is shove that ball in slow motion to the side. Come back through center and do the same thing in the other direction. Push, 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 and then pull, 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 pull. Let's do that again. I'll turn to the side so we can be together on this. So we have a nice little lift, but it's a push. Push that ball like you're trying to press it all the way behind you. Keep those knees in line. Come back through center. Exhale to the other side. Push, push, push. So really feel engagement through the side muscles. The torso is working. We've worked on our front, on our back, on our sides. We're getting a nice balanced workout here. One more time. Push it away, push it away, push it away. Now pause and pulse with me. Rotate. Keep the shoulders pulling up off the ball. 4, 3. Think your ribs towards the camera. 2, and 1. Push back through the other way. Stay with me. Use that right shoulder blade and push for 5, 4, hips heavy, 3, sacrum drop down, 2, last 1, come through center, crunch up a little higher, and then relax over the ball. Oh, that should feel so good. All right, roll off to your side, come onto your back, see how that feels. It should feel really nice to do that. Let the knees tick-tock a little side to side. Now we're gonna place the ball under our sacrum. So I want your gaze up high. If you want to watch what I'm gonna do first, that's fine, but I definitely want when you do it to have your eyes up so that you don't compromise your cervical spine. So booty goes up to the sky, ball goes underneath the sacrum, and you just settle your hips down. Shimmy your shoulder blades together so that your chest opens and press your triceps firm into the ground. Take a deep breath here, and then as you exhale, one knee at a time comes to table pose. Take a deep breath in, point those toes, and exhale, lengthen one leg and then the next so it's to the sky. If you have fists, separate your fingertips and let them spread out wide. Excellent. So this is a great way. You can even flex your feet. This is a great pose to do at the end of the day. This is like a shoulder stand variation. It helps just pull a lot of what gravity has done through the day, so any fluid that's built up in our feet, any tension, it helps pull it back down. It's also very calming for the nervous system. So I always recommend a pose like this at the end of the day, or if you only have time for one thing, I like this guy right here, or gal. All right, from here, slow bend in the knee, one knee at a time, offer a bend. Appreciate today that your knees can bend. Set your fingertips down. Feel each of the pads of the fingertips and be grateful for that. Start to open up through the hip joint, setting one knee down, tapping the toe, and exhale, pull it back in. Let's do the other one. Inhale to open, and exhale to pull it back in. Traditionally more of a warm-up exercise, but we're bringing it into the cool-down experience just to remind ourselves of a light abdominal engagement for the rest of the day. Also feeling that support from the ball. It's very soothing, very therapeutic. Open it back up. Good. All right, let's lower one set of toes down and then the next. Take a deep breath in, lift your ribs, let them splay. Exhale, draw your ribs down. Maybe reach one leg out for a nice long stretch, and then the other, keeping the legs activated. So there's a big difference, take a look coming back in, to just kind of plunking the legs out and dropping the weight down, versus staying active, lengthening and gently pressing the heels down. Feel free to do the same thing, one arm or both at the same time. Reach up, get a full body stretch. Oh, it should feel so nice after that little core workout that we did. All right, from here, we'll slowly bend one knee in at a time. Intentionally placing the pads of the toes down, the ball, and then the heel. Toes, ball, heel. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let the ribs drop. Bring the arms back by your sides. Inhale, press your triceps down. Exhale, peel your hips up and remove the ball to the side. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, pull your ribs towards your hips, towards your heels as you melt your spine down. All right, feet as wide as the mat. Tick-tock the knees, let them go side to side. It should feel really nice. And then from here, let's just roll over onto our side, protective of our spine and our head as we get up. Taking a little twist if that feels good. And then reacquainting ourselves with a few of the moves that we did in the beginning, just to see how it feels, just to compare. No judgment, just checking in. Take a deep breath in. Open up the mouth. Settle it down. Let's do a side bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it over. Inhale, come back through center. Other side, exhale, reach. Draw yourself back up into a neutral spine. Let the legs lengthen out, twisting to the right, releasing the left arm down through center, coming back through. Notice how that feels. Exhale, twist it in the other direction. And back through. Big breath in, flex the feet, fold forward over the thighs. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, restack the spine. Gather underneath your knees, and then come to that same seat that you started in. And here we go, just like a big circle, a big cycle. We come back and notice how it feels to take this next breath. So do that with me. Empty out the lungs. Inhale, and exhale. Continue to enjoy and appreciate each and every breath you take. It's a gift to be able to move the body, to move the breath through it. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your day.